Good morning. It's Friday morning, and I recently received a picture on the internet of a friend who had caught a large bass. One of the things that we all learn about photography and perspective is that if you catch a fish and you want it to look bigger than it really is, you take your hand and you reach out and hold it, and as my fist looks much bigger because it's much closer to the camera, so does a fish look bigger if you hold it towards the camera. It's called perspective. I realized today that I needed new perspective. Yesterday, everything seemed to go wrong. You know, one of those kind of days. Lois's computer wasn't working, then her iPad wasn't working, then my computer wasn't working. Our live mail evidently got some kind of a bug or virus in it, and we couldn't send or receive mail. And it just seemed like things were going downhill, and it was also getting warmer in the house. Guess what? The air conditioning quit working. I didn't have Mike Vinoy at my elbow as I usually do. That was a real handicap. But I went up and did all of the things that he's taught me over the years and still couldn't get it working. That forced me to call a repairman that I didn't know. That's one of the disadvantages of moving away when you don't have those established contacts and you don't have a Mike Vinoy to take care of your problem. Well, needless to say, I thought it was going to be a simple thing, perhaps a frozen condenser, one that when I just ran the fan for a while, it would clear itself. But it wasn't. It was a Freon leak. And the technician was very nice, but he also was very blunt. He said, this uses the old type Freon, $60 a pound. By the time we try to find the leak, put the Freon in, and do all that we need to do, you'll probably have half the price of a new unit. And he said, I can really recommend that since your unit is 5 or 6 years old, that you really probably ought to have a new unit, one that takes the new Freon and one that's more energy efficient. Well, it wasn't the kind of news that I wanted to hear, and I felt pretty bad about the way the day had gone. Computer problems, air conditioning problems, and I thought about James chapter 1, verse 2. Consider it all joy, my brethren, when you encounter various, in some translations it says manifolds because it means many, various trials, knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance, and let that endurance have its perfect result, so that you may be perfect and complete and lacking in nothing. Well, I started thinking about the Bullard sailboat, which nearly sunk, all of their possessions ruined, major damage to their sailboat. I thought about people waiting for test results to find out if they have cancer or don't have cancer. I thought about that lady across the country that just received a note from Afghanistan or Iraq that her husband had either been killed or maimed, and I started to get new perspective. I realized that my problem may seem bigger than it really is because I had the wrong perspective. When I got the right perspective and realized that God had blessed us with the ability to take care of the air conditioning and the ability to pay for that repair, I realized my problem was nothing compared to other people's problems. Now, it's hard to consider it joy, but I do have a better perspective, and I know that the trials and testings that I'm going through will help me produce faith and endurance, and that I'll be complete and lacking in nothing. I hope no matter what you're facing today, that you'll get perspective, and you'll count it joy. Well, maybe not. Maybe it'll be difficult to count it joy, but that you will get the perspective and realize that sometimes our problems seem bigger than they really are. Hope you'll think about that today as you think about your problems or difficulties. God bless you and have a great day.